Hey there guys, this is Fantasyco. I am Nathan and I am bringing you today another Borderlands the pre-sequel tips and tricks video. Today we're going to talk about Excalibastard's synergy with Athena. Now we talked about Excalibastard in two previous videos. I will link them both in the video description. One of them was the location and how to get the weapon, and the other one was some basic traits and tips. I'm not going to go through them again now. I just want to rush straight into this. First of all, my perk choices. I've pretty much just gone for a full middle tree because that's a melee based tree. You know, all the normal things. We've got melee damage after shooting an enemy. We've got just melee damage and health, damage under a certain amount of health. We've got the bleed. We've got a singularity, which combines very well with one of Excalibastard's traits, which is when you melee a frozen enemy, nearby enemies are drawn towards you with the singularity. So basically, we've got two different ways of causing a singularity. We've got the heal, which is obviously just for tankiness, combined with the maximum health upgrade up here. We've got an explosion, just for basically AoE damage over. Damage over time, that's not what AoE stands for. Area of effect damage, going to take out more enemies than once. And then we've got her charge, which is very important for this weapon. Now, something very important to note is if you do not like overpowered things, do not use this combination. It is, by far, ridiculous. I think it's almost as overpowered as Nisha. I'm not a fan of Nisha. I'm not going to say anything else. So basically, okay, he didn't freeze. You're going to freeze. There's a reason I haven't got a shield, by the way. Basically, charge in, bang, dead, instantly. That's it. That's it. There's nothing else to it. That's just how powerful it is. If the enemy is frozen, you do so much extra damage. Combine that with all the extra damage you get from her melee tree, plus her rush, plus the bleed. So the bleed and the freeze gives you two DOT effects on the oppositions. You've got the bleed and the frozen. The cryo damage. Combine that with the melee buff of the actual weapon. Oh. Poo. I didn't mean to do that. I'd like to point that out now. There we are. Frozen. Ah, there you go. Critted, so he insta-freezes. Sucks in all the bad guys. Did we freeze anyone else? No, we did not. We probably killed them all. Sucked him in. He's going to pop. He's going to die. He's going to die again. Or not. But, you know, you get the gist of it. It's just ridiculous. It's so fast to kill. The weapon itself is a powerful weapon, so adding all these extra sort of buffs and stuff is slightly unnecessary. I'm a big fan of playing the game, you know, to be fun, not easy. But I'll tell you what, in a way, this is pretty fun. So I'm not too sad about it. I won't be using it though, unfortunately. I'm not going to be using it unless I play a solo playthrough. Then I might, but I don't do solo usually. I usually play with my friends, the fellow Fantasycoans. Okay, so that's pretty much it. There's literally nothing else I can show you. I'm about to die, so I'm just going to do that. There's literally nothing else to show you apart from, you know, when they're frozen, you do so much damage to them. The charge combines brilliantly, the melee buff combines brilliantly, the critical hit damage combines brilliantly. So yeah, that's literally it. I have nothing else to say about it. It just works. If you want to try it out, feel free. Leave what you reckon. Do you think it's cheaty? I think it's cheaty. But you know, you might not. You know, it's up to you. The other thing is I have this shield equipped, which increases its damage. So I actually unequipped it because I wanted it to be a fair test. And also, what you can do... No. Never mind. I was going to say something that didn't really make any sense, so I'm not going to bother saying it. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget, I will link the other videos in the video description. If you want to go check them out, feel free. Leave us some feedback. Leave us your opinions on the build. Oh, no, that's what I was going to say. If you wanted to make her even more overpowered, you could quite simply combine a Roid Shield. There's a couple of legendaries. I know there's one in the game called the Shooting Star. That is ridiculous. It did go through a massive nerf recently, though. There was some bug in the game which caused it to deal like an extra 150,000 damage instead of the wanted 15,000. So that's a pretty big nerf right there. So just be aware, if you decide to try and get that, you won't be doing as much damage as some of the other videos and forums entail. So yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, and we shall see you next time.